Hey chat, it's Crafty Type 1, and we just got done watching the Nintendo Direct. In this video, I'm gonna go over everything in the Direct and stuff that you might have missed live with chat. Before we begin, if you guys haven't already, be sure to subscribe so you can join these lovely people right over here live as we record these videos. And make sure you comment on this video to be entered in a Pokemon Legends giveaway. Now let's get into it. It's starting with the Mario's 40th, made a lot of sense, but apparently the Mario's 40th Direct got delayed into this Direct. But let's just start from the beginning with the Super Mario Bros. 40th celebration. We got a teaser of Super Mario Galaxy, which I did not expect this. It'll have amazing visuals, and we'll also get the introduction of Rosalina. We're getting it next year, which is a lot closer than I remember it being. Less than 12 months. If anything this Direct does was make me hype for the February one, because we didn't get any announcements for Rhythm Heaven Fever. We didn't get any announcements for Splatoon Raiders, no Animal Crossing teas. But I am so surprised that Mario Galaxy and Mario Galaxy 2, for one, it's weird that they're re-releasing Mario Galaxy. Like, this is what, the third time? I guess it's not a limited release though, because the Super Mario All-Star Collection had it. But Mario Galaxy 2 coming out in October, it's just so weird. To me, I don't know why they didn't want to just make this like a pseudo shadow drop situation. I just think October is such a weird, like, why not just put it in September? It's literally the month. There is no game coming out in September. I'm gonna pick it up. Maybe I'll play through it, probably speedrun it live on stream, but that's really about it. Overall, I think the celebration for Mario's 40th is actually pretty lacking. For example, we got Mario Tennis Fever, which looks like a cool game. It's a Mario Tennis game. It looks like it just happened to coincide with Mario's 40th. Switch 2 edition of Mario Wonder, which they added more levels, but they didn't show off about it. They added this multiplayer hub kind of thing. And honestly, I'm surprised this didn't come out this month either. It's a Switch 2 edition for one. They didn't confirm like 120 FPS or anything like that, but I'm assuming it's gonna have it. I don't know. It just feels like they're on the back burner. I was gonna do a whole video talking about how it feels like Nintendo's falling behind a little bit. Like, this game feels like it should have came out this month, and yet they have it set for next year. That's the reason why I think this is an unfinished Switch 2 edition, by the way, is because they announced that they're having more levels but did not show any off. So that means I'm pretty sure they're still developing this. I will pick it up regardless. Mario Wonder is cool. I am interested to see how much new levels, single player levels, there will be. But this not coming out this year is surprising. And a lot of the Switch 2 edition stuff is surprising. I guess this is a good time to talk about all the Switch 2 edition stuff right now, because we didn't get Xenoblade, we didn't get Pikmin, but those have been heavily rumored, as well as in the codes. There's a bunch of stuff. So I'm pretty sure what they're doing is holding on to Switch 2 edition games so it's longer lasting in the Switch 2's life, if that makes sense. So, like, you know, Switch 2 edition of Xenoblade and Pikmin will probably get next year, just so it'll like prolong the life of quote-unquote Switch 2 editions. Talking Flower is legitimately cool. I'm picking that up. I'm interested. How much is this Talking Flower? Let's look this up right now. The alarm is 120. This is 100%, at least $100. 80 at the minimum. 80 at the minimum. Last game, like this is the epitome of Mario's 40th this year. The game that they announced as like the new big game for Mario's 40th isn't even a Mario game. A Yoshi game, which, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not a big fan of Yoshi's games. This is a Mario's celebration game. Yeah, I'm just like, I don't know. I'm a little shocked. I thought that they were going to show off maybe like a tease. Like, imagine if they did a tease for like, oh, we are developing the next 3D Mario game. That's it. That's the announcement. I feel like that would have been a better Mario's 40th announcement than this. But that's also, that could be my bias. I'm just saying. I'll probably do a whole nother video talking about it. Maybe Mario will be a collectible creature in this book. That's actually, I just wish they would have showed something. Like, there was no Mario in this trailer at all. And I'm pretty sure that'll be the case. I wouldn't be surprised. But that concludes all of the Mario's 40th stuff. They lost the badge, and then they went straight into the normal Direct. Australia farming sim, let's go. Bro, okay, can I also say, we didn't get any Mario World DLC. We're gonna jump into that. One of the big announcements that we've gotten is Donkey Kong DLC that shadow dropped today. And can someone tell me why this wasn't Mario Kart World for Mario's 40th anniversary, as well as, that's it, Mario's 40th anniversary. Instead, we got Donkey Kong DLC, which, like, guys, don't get me wrong, this looks amazing. They added a roguelike mode. I think legitimately this is gonna be awesome. I kind of want to play it right now, but there's so many other things to do. I'll figure out time. I will be streaming this. We will be 100%ing it the first stream. 16-hour stream again. But there being no Mario Kart World DLC is crazy, especially because Mario's 40th and just Mario Kart World as a whole. I feel like that game is dying quick. Yeah, I mean, but Mario Kart World has been out longer than Donkey Kong. And like hypothetically, like is easiest for DLC. It could have been Mario Kart World update with Donkey Kong DLC, if that makes sense. Like it could have had like Donkey Kong characters, Pauline, Donkey Kong, just still branded as like a Mario Kart World update for Mario's 40th, and they just didn't do that. I don't know, it's just surprising to me, legitimately. Like it just feels like Nintendo doesn't have everything prepared. They're falling into what Game Freak once was. Speaking of Game Freak, let's just get right into that. We got a bunch of Pokemon announcements, surprising for a Nintendo Direct. Before we get into Legends EA, I was first weirded out by this game, Poketopia. After looking into it, I think I'm kind of excited. This is like a farming sim, but for Pokemon. I think I was kind of put off by Ditto being a girl at first. Not just being a girl, but being a human. Yeah, you're not wrong. You are not wrong. I think I would feel a lot better if you were just a trainer. And this reminds me a lot of Dragon Quest Builders, but I actually legitimately think this will be kind of cool with all the Pokemon running around as your user generating building everything here. Developed by Koei Tecmo, which is crazy. But legitimately, this game looks cool. I will pick it up. This was early, but I don't know, it's the eyes. Like the eyes are supposed to be creepy and they put it on a human body. I guess the bigger announcements is the Mega Evolutions for the Gen 6 starters. Is that correct? Yeah, legitimately. The design, we already knew about the designs, the leaks. They look just as cool as what have been rumored. Greninja turns into a helicopter. I like them a ton. I don't know which one I'm gonna go. I would like to play with one of them during Legends EA, but this game just keeps looking better and better. I'm not gonna lie, I'm so excited to play this game. And yeah, it sounds like they're gonna be supporting this for a while because there is DLC. A Raichu X and Mega Raichu Y, is that what they're going toward? It sounds like it. Yeah, but DLC, which I did not expect because this is supposed to be a spin-off game. Mega Dimension. Announcing DLC before the official game is kind of crazy. I think this is like a semi-common practice now. So I don't think it's that bad of a thing for them to do. They say right here, you get some extra apparel on the release of the game, but the additional story content will be coming later. So yeah, this makes me think we're not gonna get Gen 10 till not even next year. Is that crazy to say? Like, what if we get Gen 10 a year after next? That's just some random thoughts that I'll probably share in another video, but this just gets me excited. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be getting the DLC, bro. I'm not the best person to be critical over Nintendo. Legitimately though, they're asking for more money before you even buy it. Yeah, but the game looks good already to me, enough where I'd buy DLC already. I mean, then again, no one's forcing you to buy the DLC right now. So it's like, play the game, see if you like it. Next Pokemon Presents, we're probably gonna hear more about the DLC and then something about it. But this makes me interested in how much they're gonna be supporting the game, because with Legends EA, Legends Arceus, they actually did what? The free update Daybreak. So I wonder if this is replacing that, and that free update was kind of like a massive, DLC for that game. I think Pokemon is ahead on schedule while Nintendo's behind on schedule. But that was kind of it for the Pokemon news. Let's go back to where we were before. More Tamagotchi Life information. I am surprised they didn't announce a release date. Legitimately, this game looks amazing. I don't really have much to say about it in this video because there's so much stuff. I'll probably talk about it separately in another. I'm surprised we didn't get. I mean, Rhythm Heaven is just a game you can't really show off. It's a rhythm game. Like, yeah, maybe show off some music. Yeah, I just am surprised we didn't get any release dates. But I guess that's what the February Direct is for. This is that whole idea where it's like, why have an indie world when you're just gonna move the big indie release over to the actual direct. Yeah. Also, Sakurai loving amiibos as always with the Kirby Air Riders amiibos, which have a really cool gimmick of you being able to swap the riders. This just makes me want Sakurai to develop a kart game, like besides Kirby. Like imagine if Sakurai made a Super Smash Kart or something like that. I think that would have been amazing. Age of Imprisonment getting a release date for November. I mean, I originally predicted that, but then I thought it would be moved over to 2026. It makes sense. I mean, they're having like a dual holiday release. I said that Metroid Prime Beyond was going to get either November or October, which it wasn't Metroid Prime, but I got the dates right. There was another game. Beyond is going to come out in December, but we're going to get to that in a second. Let's talk about Age of Imprisonment for a second. And this game, like, don't get me wrong, I was more hyped for Age of Calamity just because I was more into the story. When it comes to Tears of the Kingdom, I think the story itself is lacking, and I think this could make up for it. But the story was already lacking enough where I'm not into it, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm definitely gonna play through all of it. The animated cutscenes that we did see, legitimately crazy. I just don't think it's gonna be a good Zelda story game. It's gonna be a good game, just not a good Zelda story game. That's all I'm saying. November 6th, though, is the most surprising thing. One of the most craziest announcements, Virtual Boy coming to NSO, which we all expected there to be something new with NSO because, you know, the renewal is coming up soon. I believe that's November. So that means they need to give a reason for people to still renew the yearly subscription at least. What I think is crazy is that they require you to have either a cardboard cutout or a plastic Virtual Boy that you slot your Switch into, and they're still like drip feeding the games. For something like this, I would think you would just give all the games at once. Am I crazy? Because you are buying a dedicated device to play these games, and yet you're not going to have all of them. I think it makes sense for you to get the full Virtual Boy experience to have the device. Don't get me wrong. I just hope that there's an option and you don't need it. Because yeah, of course I'd like to experience these. They had to have a reason for people to renew their NSO. This is that reason. How much is this? Did they confirm the price for the Virtual Boy? I'm pretty sure if this is like all the other controllers, at least 60 bucks. Maybe 70 with the tariffs. It's made in China. Supports Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch. People were asking for DS and Wii NSO, but not this. Yeah, I think DS and Wii is a little too early. I think we will be able to see at least maybe DS next year. But this makes sense. Just another reason for people to renew their NSO subscription. I just think the drip feeding is kind of crazy. The in-between games to all the major announcements are actually pretty good. Like, I think when watching the Direct, I was able to call out all of them. Like, I was able to oh, this is Suika. Oh, this is Human Fall Flat. Oh, this is Power Wash, which is a good thing. Like, it's a good thing for indie games. It's a good thing for the Direct because like the Direct stayed engaging and, you know, the games got the recognition. This is actually during the Direct where they announced more Switch 2 editions, where I am surprised they didn't show anything off for Pikmin 4 and Xenoblade, which they both have stuff in the code and they both have had rumors. So Stardew Valley Switch 2 edition getting mouse mode, 4-player local split screen. This game is going to be the best-selling Switch 2 edition. Metroid Prime Beyond. I thought this was going to be Splatoon Raiders because the lightning sounded like waves at first. But legitimately, the only, like, where a motorcycle go crazy. You could tell that this was still like Switch 1 game though, because the motorcycle sections seem to be on rails. Unfortunately, it's not like an open world style thing, but this definitely seems like it's an unlock. It looks amazing though. Like, it is a long bike, but Samus is a long person. But yeah, this looks cool. Legitimately, this game just seems to be getting better and better. I'm finally glad we got a release date for the end of this year. Yeah, December 4th. They are really cutting it close. What, am I wrong in saying that this game got delayed? Like, I mean, we all assumed it was coming out in summer. Then it got, what, delayed internally because of some sort of hidden anomaly. The motorcycle amiibo. Can I just say, the amiibos are going so hard right now. Like, what the heck? The Silux amiibo? They should just make figures. These look really great. They look nice. They look really good. I kind of miss collecting amiibos, exactly, but they're just getting way too expensive to the point where it's like, You're not buying these because they're amiibos. You're buying them because they're a cool collectible piece. And that's why I think they should kind of lean into that instead of the whole amiibo thing. Because when you say like an amiibo is what, $50, you're like, what the heck? Why would I buy a $50 amiibo? But when you say if you're buying a $50 figure, you're like, oh, that's pretty cheap. So I'm thinking maybe they should rebrand toward that. The amiibos are available for the holiday or for Black Friday, but the game isn't. So I'm pretty sure. I wonder, do you think they'll, I'm curious to see what they might be doing, like a pre-purchase physical edition. Again, going back to like the third-party games, I think the third-party showing was legitimately great. Danganronpa, legitimately, I think I might pick this up. Yeah, someone said that this was a DLC direct. I'm gonna do a whole video, maybe even like a discussion, talking about how I think a lot of stuff was moved around. Donkey Kong seems like it should have been a November game. Metroid seems like it should have been a September game, and so on and so forth. Like, a lot of things just don't really make sense in hindsight. I honestly thought this was gonna end without any major announcement, like any one more thing. And I thought the one more thing was gonna be Resident Evil Requiem, which this is what we've been asking from the start. We've been asking for there to be AAA games released day and date with PlayStation and Xbox. And I believe that's what we're getting with Requiem. So we got what we wanted, and legitimately it looks cool. I mean, I'm not a big Resident Evil fan. I see the technical, you know, what this is doing on a console. So legitimately this might be cool. Yeah, I thought that was honestly the one more thing, and anything else would have been shocking. Of course, everyone was coping. Animal Crossing, I really did not think we were gonna get Animal Crossing this direct. That does seem like a February direct kind of announcement. But Fire Emblem, like, the minute I saw this, I completely forgot we had that leak about the, there's a LinkedIn profile that a developer updated saying that he helped develop a Switch 2 strategy game. So it makes sense, and I'm not upset about it, to be honest. I played Three Houses. It's the only Fire Emblem game I played. I liked it. I liked what I saw. This game looks cool. Can I talk about like, is it just me, or is it a gimmick right now to be using the whole, if you win, I will grant any wish? Like, that just seems like a gimmick that a lot of stories have been using recently. Yeah, if they announced it on February, do you think they release 2027? I think there's still a possibility of it releasing 2026 if they announce it in February. That's gonna be a whole nother video. Overall, that was the end of the direct. I think it was legitimately a good presentation. Like, for it being a Nintendo Direct, I think it was good. I think we all expected this to be at least somewhat decent. We've been starved for a decent Nintendo Direct for a while now, and we finally got it. And now we know everything we need to know. We know what the holiday season is going to look like. We know the next games that are coming out. We know what the games are going to be. We know DLC, bro, literal DLC Direct. So if I were to give this Direct a score, it would be a 7 or maybe a 7 out of 10. I think for it to get higher, I would have had to get a better Mario's 40th showing. Literally just Mario Kart World DLC probably would have made it an 8 or a 9 for me. Yeah, this holiday season is like little back-to-back games every 2 weeks. Starting with Pokemon, Hyrule Warriors, then Kirby Air Riders, and then Metroid. All within like 2 weeks of each other, which is absolutely crazy. They are not slacking for this holiday season. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below if you're watching this on YouTube, and subscribe to get notified when I play that Donkey Kong DLC and whenever I do reaction on content, so you could join these lovely people over here. Content soon. I'm back. I'm going to be doing daily uploads again. I pretty much caught up on all the work that I wanted to do during that break. So yeah, bye guys. I'm Crafted1, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much, Jesus and Evan, for being one of the first channel members. All right, cool.